All right. I don't know if anybody's here because I purposely shut down the chat because otherwise I will get distracted. I am your game master for the Red Opera, at least this incarnation of it. I apologize in advance. I am at best the world's okayest DM. um, I do, before we start by introducing the characters and their descriptions, want to give a brief little shout out to Abyssal Brews. We will be using their The Cycle system, an elegant replaceable for death and how it works in D&D. So if we ever get to that point, which I assure you we probably will, um, you'll get to see that firsthand in action. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start around the circle here. Off to my, oh, this is going to be awkward. Is it stage right or stage left? I'll just call your names one at a time. So if you want to, give your character's name, whatever you want to go by, and then a brief character description, we can go ahead and start that. So I'm going to start with Grim Eyes. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm playing Grim Eyes, the Hex Blood, uh, formerly a goblin. I am Lythar. It'd be fun. It's my first time ever actually doing a live stream D&D game.
Awesome. All right. Invars. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not.
Indeed. Hail and well met. Showtime. I am Alias Prime, otherwise known as Shalemorn on IG. You can find me streaming sometimes on Mondays or Wednesdays under the auspice of Lawful Stupid RPG. And that's twitch.tv/lawfulstupidrpg. I am the community moderator for the Apotheosis Studios Discord server, and I will be playing Invars, a green dragonborn. I was a priest, but all that changed.
So ominous. Rosina.
Hi there, my name is Kira and I'll be playing Rosina. She is currently unhappily a warlock, but her best self is as a fighter with long grass green hair and working as the mercenary.
Fantastic. Icarus.
Coming in from the wilds of Idaho, I am Quill Inkwell. Nice to meet you, darlings. And well, I'm playing Icarus, the Cowden kind, or as others might call him, a bear kind. He is dark brown with lavender highlights, and I am a warlock, not by choice, and a woodsman by trade.
Fantastic. Now this is the one I've been worried about for the most. I'm gonna say Jalzermo.
Not bad, not bad. Hi y'all, I am Segmentic Components Mike, or Mike. I'll be playing Jalzermo, close, Jeff. A kobold, currently a warlock, but was an artificer. He is a teal-scaled with silver eyes kobold. He is normally wearing gray trousers and a navy blue fluffy coats with a red bow tie.
Fantastic. All right, so to get everything started here, I'm going to give everyone watching a little bit of a backstory here. Basically, what happened is I had an idea to start somewhere completely random and had to find a way to give them power, but then take it all away. So, as we are playing the Red Opera campaign, a area and place in the Shadelands that patrons hold power and dominion over an entire dual city, somehow, throughout the different planes, different places of existence, even maybe other universes, one by one, each one of the characters in this story, for lack of a better phrase, got dicked over by a patron. They did start out at much higher levels. However, they are starting this campaign as a second level warlock. Now, this is where we set the scene. Through their long journeys and trying to figure out how to break these pacts, which, I mean, weird. Who would think to do that? They asked around, they gathered information, and every single one of them at some point in their journey heard the same thing. Go to the Shadelands, specifically Yon Koth. the city of Patrons, a dual city off in the far reaches of the north. One by one, they took whatever possessions they may have had left and pushed forward. They finally get there. They ask around, "Hey, this is I've got some bad news." And through the whispers they hear, if you need to break a pact, there is a place you can go and potentially get what you seek. So the entire party meets up, some of them for the first time, at I'm on the wrong window. Of course I am. The Hole in Wall, a hidden tavern near the center of Yonder, the western city of Yonkoth. Despite its moniker, it is a clean, well-furnished establishment. They were told to wait by the bar patron, aka the bartender. They would have their names called one by one to go back when the time is right. They are currently seeing other people in front of them talking to a war-torn, battle-beaten elf, seems to be missing an ear, and a dwarven woman wearing black circular glasses and always seems to be chewing an unlit cigar absent-mindedly. Time goes by, maybe they have a few drinks, maybe they're just waiting anxiously. But the time comes, and one by one, each one of them gets called at the same time. Sounds stupid when I said it out loud. Each one of them gets called, and they're all brought to the table at the same time. A table in the back of the bar. Sitting in front of them is like I said, a male battle-hardened elf missing a right tip of his ear, the tip of his right ear, rather. And, of course, the aforementioned dwarven woman. As you walk up to the table, they introduce themselves. The elf stands up and says, "Pleasure to meet you. My name is Quiven, and this over here is Kioran. We've heard tell that some of you may have need of services that we can provide. Is it true that some of you, possibly all of you, made a bad deal?"
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about these other people. I just met them today, but yeah, I got dicked over by a fae in the forest. That came out wrong. Oh well.
You got dicked over by a fae.
Yeah.
Same.
I did too.
Assholes.
How did you know? Is it obvious?
I mean, I'm from around these parts, and you kind of start to learn that you kind of start to learn the signs, the way they don't really talk about what they want to talk about, how they always seem to disappear as soon as you need something from them, that kind of stuff. Well, I could tell you my story, but first, give me your names, fellow travelers.
Well, how about we do this easier for everyone, says Kjorn. I'm not good at female voices or dwarven voices. But with a bemused smile, Kjorn says, "Have a seat. How about we go through one by one and you give us the story of how you came to be in this place. How about you, the kobold? You seem like you might have something interesting to say." Your mic's off.
Jalzermo is a little bit uncomfortable. You can all notice that he's sort of twiddling his little kobold fingers, and you see that he has a gold piece in between both his little hands, spinning and twisting it. He looks up at all of you and looks at Quiven. Was it? Well, this is my first time being far away from home, and it is quite interesting that we are all have undergone a raw deal with Fey-like entities. I myself have also run into a little disadvantageous deal with an archfey. I come from a town of mostly merchants, and looking to turn my fortunes around, I guess you could say. It's nice to meet you all.
Quiven looks at you, and you can tell that there's a profound understanding on his face. Not super stoked to hear a really sad tale. He just looks at you and goes, "Yeah, people come from all over the town, making one deal after another, thinking they've got the best of a patron. They never really stop to think maybe that wasn't a smart idea. Thank you for opening up. Uh, you, you seem to be from relatively nearby. How about you? You tell us your name and how you came to be cursed, called and kind."
Well, dear, the name's Icarus. After the man who fell from the sky, my parents had a bit of a sense of humor. Anyway, I'm from Sweetness Hollow. On the ground level, not the treetop city, but um, well, I was just walking around, fetching some wood for the homestead, maybe getting a little game for the husband, but. And then I came into this clearing. I've never seen it before. Strange. And there was this man and two women standing there. The man calls to me and asks, "You there? Could you do us a little favor? Can you decide something from us?" It's the oldest story. He hands me a golden apple and asks me to pick the fairest of them all. Well, the woman on the left, she says, "I will give you wisdom beyond your years." The one on the right says, "And I will give you the love of your life." And I look at the man in the middle and I say, "What will you give me?" He says, "I'm just the rules. I'm just the one to give you the rules." I, I said, "Well, I pick you, for I'm not much for the women." And I hand it to him, and the women got a little jealous. The man got a little angry, for his fun had been spoiled, and, well, I passed out. Found myself buck naked 2 miles away in the middle of the forest. And, well, now I've got a tattoo and a very annoying voice in my ear.
Kieran just looks at you and smiles and says, those Fae. Dicks.
Indeed.
Thank you for sharing your tale. All right, I think I've seen you around. You ever been to the Crack Pack? Isn't your name Rosina?
Yeah, that's me. Rosina's kind of got her arms crossed, looks a little uncomfortable with all this. So, if you really want to know what happened, um, I have a tabaxi friend here in the city named Tanthar. He's kind of a Robin Hood type figure. He runs some work giving away some things from the rich to the poor who, might need some food in the winter or some money to pay the taxes. You know how it goes. And we might have snuck into Cathian to, steal a few things from the nobles there and may have gotten caught by the guards. So I was getting chased out and found myself cornered. And suddenly in front of me appeared a hooded figure who I've seen in my dreams before. My mother's a warlock. I know how this stuff goes. And there were some rumors of Fae in the family who, may not have been the best, may have been dabbling in some dark magic. And he said that he could help me out and wipe everyone's memories clean and that he would just let me know when he needed something. So now I'm here and I can't use my axe anymore and I'm useless.
Again, every time. Although I do hope you learned your lesson about maybe thieving around Cathrock. Out of the two cities, it is probably the most dangerous to do so. All right. Let's see, who's next? You, the green one. What's your story?
My story is similar but different. My name is Invaz Levorm. I am a priest of your Moongans. I was waylaid by Fae, tricked, foully. They promised me power, and all they have given me is trickery. I will avenge myself, though I must serve them now. And you will help me.
Well, dear, that's quite ominous, but you're gonna have to be a little nicer if you want some help around here.
I used all my good manners just now. What do you mean?
Kieran looks at you and laughs and says, "Oh, that's the spirit. That's the spirit we want to see in someone who wants a change. All right, you, last one. What are you? What's your story?"
My story is a lot more simple. My name is Grim Eyes. I am was a bard, the ringleader of the worst fucking carnival you've ever seen in your fucking life. Pardon my language. Seriously, we're terrible. People set themselves on fire. A man I now realize was a fae offered to take me to an exotic location to find new tricks. I figured it was too good to be true, but we needed something that would stop killing our performers. And so I agreed to go with him, and I ended up here. I don't know where I am. I'm not from here. I'm from a far more tropical location. I was kind of just left here, and he told me, here's where you'll find what you need, and then nothing.
Kieran just
Not a fan.
Kieran just looks at all five of you and says, "Seriously? A fae? Every single one of you? Jesus, I
Yeah,
thought the
yeah.
fiends were bad."
Yeah. By the
All
way,
right.
what name did he give you guys? This guy introduced himself as Chadwick, but I don't think I believe that.
I regret to say that I did not even get the name of the Fae that tricked me. There must have been 12 of them.
He just told me to call him Uncle.
Oh my.
That's awkward. Kieran, knock it off. Sorry. All right. So, all right. How about I think we can make an arrangement. You scratch our backs and we'll scratch your backs. See, there's some trouble brewing in the city that my friend here in the Legion, they're stretched a little bit thin with some other duties that they're handling right now. And well, it's kind of beneath me. But you seem to all be in a pretty tight spot. And I think I can help you. So here's the rub. Turns out there's been a lot of time anomalies happening in the city. We don't know what's happening, who started them, but we have an inkling suspicion that it might be the Evermores behind it. Diddling with time magic isn't something that one takes lightly. But seriously, for fucks, 3 Tuesdays in a row. I'm getting tired of it. Anyway.
What is an Evermore?
An Evermore is a type of warlock. Their patron is Quiven, what's the name? I believe it's Morgaru. I don't quite remember. But the point is this is strictly off the books. The Legion's not directly involved for multiple reasons. One of them is keeping our nose out of other people's business, and the other one, the only reason we're really trying to get involved in the first place is this is affecting more than just the Cathrock side of things. So, the only thing we know right now is that one of their former number turns up dead. I believe his name was what was it? Kieran, do you remember? I don't rightly remember right off the top of my head, but I know that he's got his familiar survived the attack, and the last time he was heard from, he was drinking his sorrows away in the little helper across the bridges over there. Now, with the tensions and things being the way they are, we don't expect making it over there to be right easy, not to mention the fact that those bridges are basically cities of their own. So, I mean, ultimately, you kind of have a choice how you're going to get there, how you're going to get through, and how you're going to solve the issue. Now, I can give you some basic information on the bridges, but I think the most important thing you need to know up front is that there's a price in order to break these packs of yours. Now, I've done it before with some of Megoro's warlocks that got tired of dealing with that patron, but I need stones that they have in their tower. The stones are blue quartz. You get me a sack full of them, and she tosses a medium-sized satchel on the table. Give me a sack that sack filled up with those blue quartz, and we'll see what we can do for you. Now, I will tell you, as soon as you leave this table in this establishment, we officially have nothing to do with you. But I will give you this. She just sets down in the middle of the table a scrolled parchment with the symbols on a seal. Where's that right here? Oh, Jesus. I should have put this
I don't think he's a patron here.
The scroll, it has a symbol stamped into it that resembles a stag, a dragon, a squid, a mantis, a serpent, and a tortoise circling an eyeball. She looks down at the symbol, looks back at you. She says, "This is a symbol of the seal of Dorian, the king." Now, because you guys have already been dicked over entirely by a fae, I'm not going to fool with you. That thing is completely blank. So don't let anybody open it, or you will screw yourselves over. So whatever you want to do, if that helps you get through, awesome. But that's really the most I'm going to be able to do. Now, what I will tell you, as she's talking, Quiven goes, "Wait, I remember the Evermore that we found. His name was Sarvish Dunn. He had a imp familiar. That's the one that's over in the little helper. You'll know him by the name of Wretch. Now, I suggest if you're going to try to, get as much intel as you can, I recommend going there first and seeing if you can talk some sense into the little devil. Maybe he'll help you out, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll help you indirectly." So,
basically, you need a bunch of people who aren't from the city, not aligned with you, to go and cause some chaos for these Evermores and get some stones. Is that what I'm getting?
no. See, we have an inkling suspicion that the Evermores are the reason for the time anomalies. We need proof either that it is them or that it is not them, one way or the other. But we're pretty certain they're the ones that caused it. And if they are, see if you can find a way to stop it. As well as the stones. Because that'll be the major thing for breaking your pact. But I'll tell you what, you bring me back a sack of stones and you don't solve the problem, tough shit getting your stuff fixed.
There was a church.
3 Tuesdays in a row? Really?
Yeah. It was
Least
terrible.
At least it
Worst.
wasn't a Monday.
You would think so, but honestly, I had a good Monday. I would have preferred that one.
I've heard of this. It's Ground Pig's Day. It happens again and again. Right?
Quiven just looks at you, smiles, says, "I'll never understand your kind."
Do not know if I'm from this ground pig. Moving on. Moving on.
Very well. So you all know what your mission is. You know what your assignment is. We'll take our leave. You just meet us back here. We'll have someone sitting over in the back table. He points to points to a legionnaire, just standing guard in the back, kind of keeping an eye on the situation. This is his off hours. He works as the bouncer. He'll be the one you contact. Let him know when the mission's done. He'll let us know. We'll meet you back here. We'll get things sorted out for you. Oh, yes, the bridges. All right, so you've got 3 choices. There's the Black Span. All sorts of arcane, bizarre nonsense. Just if you're looking for magical stuff, that's the bridge you're going to want to hit. It's also a fairly dangerous bridge, so watch out. Middle one, not so bad. Let me see if I can remember it. Quiven, this is your forte. You tend to know more about that one than anything. Yeah, Stone Leg. It's a central bridge. It's kind of a haven for those with adventurous appetites. They have a lot of bazaars, a lot of different cuisines. You're looking to try some new food? That's a good place to go. I will tell you this. It is run by a group of rangers. So just try not to piss anybody off when you're walking across there, and you'll probably be all right. I think the main problem you'll have at the end of that bridge is more than likely just getting past the cursed guard, the King's Men. And then your final choice, Patron's Pass. Patron's Pass is, it goes right by the Scarlet Hearth. Now, I know that some of you aren't from around here, but I will tell you this. A lot of clerics over there. They don't take kindly to warlocks. Anybody that's made a deal, sinners in their eyes. So if you do decide to take that path, may not be very dangerous either, but I hope you can keep your mouth shut, not cause a scene. That's basically all we have for you. Any questions? Good.
No, I think
Kjorn gets up and walks off. Quiven pauses. Yes.
This is a very strange place of deals.
Yes. This is the city of patrons. Well, that one is. Icarus,
So
you
what's
said?
this one the city of?
Just people trying to get by. They just happen to be connected. Honestly,
Yonder's not so bad.
Yonder is definitely the nicer of the two, but you'll still find a mean and hardy folk over on this side too. You don't survive sitting next to that city over there unless you're able to deal with some tough customers. We in the Legion kind of have the job of cleaning up their mess, whether they realize it or not.
Yes, we do.
Icarus, did you have something you had a question about?
I have a question about these evermore warlocks. They mess with time, correct?
Yes. That's what we've been led to understand with the information we've gathered.
Giselmo just looks at everyone else. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm just a coin master, a paymaster, or some people an accountant. How are we supposed to combat individuals who specialize in messing with time? That just went way over my head. Time magic. That's pretty outlandish.
The
Well,
element of surprise.
That makes sense. That does sort of make sense to me, as a kobold at least.
We slay the ground pigs.
For some odd reason, that also makes sense to me as a kobold.
typically in this city, if you're dealing with warlocks or spellcasters, it's easier to just hit them before they have a chance to do anything.
I don't suppose we can't just pay them off. As you see, Giselmo just sort of like had a pouch full of gold coins.
I'm
I
not.
I don't think that's going to work around here.
Yeah.
It's all about favors and who you know.
That's not what I'm good
But-
at.
Quiven
But
just
I've got
looks at
so
all
much
of you.
money.
Quiven just looks
I
at
can-
all of you with your plans and whatever nonsense he feels that you're cooking up, and just goes, let him know when you're done, and just walks off.
Bye.
Zermo, I agree with you. The manipulation of time is unnatural. All things race towards their conclusion.
If they have such tremendous power, I honestly don't know how we could succeed in such an impossible task. But uh, I'm not from around here, so I can only assume that we may find some sort of clue that could lead to our victory.
I find myself stripped of my former might and left with fairy powers.
Me too. The worst part of it is I can't even use these stupid fairy powers with my armor on. I have to take my armor off.
Ah, yes. Well, darlings, when faced with no power, there's only three things to do: flattery, surprise, and just absolute fucking chaos.
I'm good.
I
All
like
three
the
of
third
those.
one.
All right. So it looks like you all have decided absolute fucking chaos. Let's see how that plays out. So, where are you
It's a
heading?
controlled chaos. It's well manicured chaos.
We're just a catalyst. We're not responsible for what happens.
Whatever you say.
I feel
Icarus speaks true. We're but agents of karma. What happens to others is their own fault. We're just messengers of fate.
Well, fate's a little flexible around here, but sure, let's go with that.
especially with time manipulation.
Well, that does throw a wrench in the gears, but oh well.
I don't know, but if there's something we can do, we should do it. So, which one of these bridges should we go to?
Not the cleric one.
Why not?
I have a lot of problems with clerics.
And they don't care about money.
Not as a group. I have done a lot of things that have pissed off clerics before. I'd rather not do it again right now. When I
What
am
types of clerics have you upset?
Weren't you in the circus?
Yeah. That's exactly why.
Oh, so you're one of those kinds of circuses. Just
We're the kind that are. All of us are goblins, except for me. I'm not really a goblin anymore.
I'm a kobold.
Another bad deal that I made. That one.
Is that also a Fey deal?
No, hags.
Oh.
I have no quarrel with hags or goblins.
We had one come around our house looking for firstborn children. I looked at her and said, "This is my husband. What do you think's happening here?"
The hags, they weren't that bad. I liked them. They were cool. All they did really was screw with my body, but I could survive that.
I also don't want to go the cleric way. Let's just say one of the higher ranked clerics in this city had a bit of an affair with me, and it got out, and he has a bit of a thing out. So that probably leaves the weapon, the magic items, and the food. Was that right?
Stonehaven, the bridge with the rangers, and the food.
Yeah, Stone Leg or Black Span.
And what faction controls that bridge? The non-ranger bridge.
The non-ranger
do we know
bridge?
That? Do we know this?
Rosina,
Voice in my head?
you will know that there is a group up there that occasionally patrols. The leader of your your profession, your general profession, actually is known to be seen on that bridge more often than most. In their downtime, usually just extorting money out of people, among other things.
Which bridge is that again?
That is the Black Span.
We could go to Black Span. We might be able to skirt the leader of my merc group.
Plausible cover.
What do you
But
mean
But if you
by
want
skirt?
food, the other one.
Food. Oh. We can always take food. Rosina, what do you mean by skirt, the leader of the bridge, of the faction that sort of runs that area?
Well, he likes to hang around and, uh, tell people that they might need some protection, so they should, pay him a little coin, that kind of a thing.
Perfect.
His name is Eorfin. DM, did I get that right?
Yep. That's how I pronounce it. It's good enough for me.
Cool.
So, say, if we were to give you a few gold coins, could you maybe claim that you've been hired to help escort us across, so we don't? That would give us a little bit of a legitimacy. Business is just business, nothing really to be noticed. Is that possible?
That's not a bad idea. Make it
You
look
could
like I'm
always
running
show
my
the
own thing
coins
to
as-
him.
Yeah.
I
What's
kind of
your
like that.
what's your going rate for mercenary work?
That's a good question.
Grim Eyes just kind of, reaches into his bag, starts just rummaging.
Kind of scared of what he's going to bring out of his bag.
Same.
Seem to have a lot of stuff in there.
You'd be surprised. A person constantly running from law authorities tends to just kind of keep everything on them. And he's just gonna pull out he pulls out a rod and kind of taps it. No. I don't even know how to use this thing yet. He
What is
stuffs
that?
it back. He pulls it back out. He just holds it up. It's about a foot long silver rod, and he goes, "I took it off of somebody right before the asshole dumped me here. And they said it was a light, but I have no idea how it works.
A light?
A light comes off of it, I think.
Well, if you want to loan it to me until we get across the bridge, I'll consider it payment.
Sure.
I take this potentially cursed rod.
This strange rod with a strange upraised portion in the middle and a shiny end. And
It's not a damn
Wait.
flashlight.
I have a cousin.
it could.
I should see if he's in the city. Probably not, but
All right, so
So,
are
we
you
all in
all going to be
agreement?
heading towards the Black Span?
I think
Yes,
What-
I think so.
What's
Okay.
our cover story, real quick?
Hmm.
What's our deal? Since we're doing a
Well,
very
We're,
non-speakable job.
we're obviously in the service of the Archfey. We're going to do something for them, right?
That's a terrible cover story.
It's very terrible.
Chaos.
I wouldn't put money on that.
I will tell
Yeah,
you,
no.
as you're coming up with your plan, you're just meandering over to the bridge, just for the sake of time.
yeah. Well, we're all very married. You said you were from a carnival, right? We could do something like that.
It really it's only a carnival by its barest definition, but yes.
Well, we don't need to actually put anything on. We can just say we're performers heading somewhere. And the location's a surprise, so we don't. So,
We could say we're just passing through.
probably best.
If Rosina's relationship with this group is still viable, then we could keep it easy, keep it simple.
It is. I've been laying low since I can't use my axe anymore, but I'm still with them.
Well,
Grim Eyes just kind of stops in the middle of the road, digs in his bag, pulls out a set of clothing, and just starts to change.
You know,
Does
you-
not care. He's just changing.
Oh my.
And as he finishes, his clothes, which they're a little fancier than what he was just wearing, seem to ignite for a moment before going out.
Hmm.
I think I can put on a show.
Did, did I just see that? What happened to your?
It's magic. I can make it do weird little magic flames.
Weird flex, but okay.
Joe Zermo's gonna put his hand on his hand crossbow. Wonderful kind DM. Can I make a perception check around our nearby vicinity
Yes.
as that was happening and afterwards?
To notice what?
If there's anyone looking at such a scene, or if there, I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna make a perception check.
Yeah,
Was there? Can Joe Zermo see anything suspicious?
Yeah, go ahead and make your
After what
check.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be bad. Perception. I have a +1.
I'm also going to pull out 3 daggers and just start juggling.
That's a lucky. That's a lucky 7.
No, no one really seems to be paying attention. At least not that you can see. There's
Is it
people just
day-
going throughout their day. It's kind of late at night anyway, so the only people that are really out are people that are on the bridges. It's a little bit bustling over there, but for the most part, the people in yonder are, they're calling it a night, or they're either in a tavern somewhere, or they've already gone home.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my coat of earthen, coat of stone feathers. Just something I picked up, but just kind of dampens down my color a little bit.
Yeah, Joe Zermo's gonna pull up on his little cloak, and to everyone else, he didn't realize at first, but now you get to see this very thin emerald green cloak appear as he puts the hood over his head, and it sort of like blends in with the shadows around you.
A good color on you.
Thank you.
So
Quite the penny.
I have a little bit of a problem. I have to wear this armor so that they will know that I'm working as a mercenary, but I can't use any of this dumb magic with it, and I can't use my axe.
I had to change out my armor as well. I had the finest chainmail. Now I have to wear this studded leather garbage.
Yeah, but it'll be obvious something is wrong if I change my armor, so.
What?
Keep the armor on. I think the rest of us, will keep an eye out just in case, just so we
Sounds
don't draw
good.
suspicion.
Something useful for me. I always wore this. This or or just regular leather armor, or this on top of the leather armor.
See that. Make sure it's good. Okay. All right, so it's back on. Apologies, everyone. I had a random glitch where it just stopped. OBS stopped working. So we're going to go ahead and pick up. They're just having discussions about warlocks and Fays being dicks. So back to where we were.
Icarus. Icarus, you have history with Fae.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of common where I am. There's a species of elves. They change with the seasons, that kind of thing, or they're born with the seasons. Not quite sure, but they have a tree chop city near where I am, and we run into some disputes because I bought a right to chop wood, but every time they find another loophole why they can't. Last time, it was because the trees had souls, and therefore I could not kill them because they were living sentient beings.
Why should that matter?
So is your house made of stone?
No. We found workarounds. There's some stones, there's some woods that are almost as strong as metal because magic. And weirdness. Anyway,
Hey, DM, I have a question. Can I inspect the rod that was just handed to me and see if I know what it is or
It's actually an item on D&D Beyond. I can send you the name of it.
cool?
Sake.
we can't hear you, Jeff.
You're totally mute, buddy.
Shh. All right, it was my fault. All right, yes, you can do an Arcana check. And I said to you, hold your horses because she may not know what it is.
Fair enough.
Okay. Let's get some Arcana here. $12.
All right, not bad. What is it? What is it called? It's the moonlight rod or something like that.
It's just straight up a moon rod.
A moon rod. So
Yep.
you've heard of these before. It's basically a renewable glow stick. It's called a moon rod. You're not quite sure of how it functions. But if you tinkered with it for probably about an hour, maybe 30 minutes or so, you'd probably be able to figure it out. But it's not something you just look at and go, oh, click. So you know what it is, but you're not quite sure how to operate it without a little more investigation. So
Cool.
as you're continuing to walk, you're starting to make your way onto a slightly busy. You've made it to the bridge. You're getting a little bit closer towards the center. As I said, these are really long bridges. They're about half a mile long. The outskirts of them are relatively, barren, empty. But as you get closer to the center, you start seeing all these stalls set up of random shops, having weird and curious oddities, components. For those of you that were naturally spellcasters and didn't just get this yesterday, you realize that there's spell components over here, some of them very rare, some of them very exotic. There's a few stores that stick out to you with the names. There's Bezobel's Baubles. There's a place called Flazorian's Mystic Tentporium. And a little cart called Wantful Things.
I want to
must
check
be
out
the-
Wantful Things.
That must be where the cursed items are. Definitely wonderful things.
All right. So I'll go ahead and start with you, Rosina, in case anybody else is going to go check out one of those other stores. Rosina, you walk up to this cart, and you're looking. There's a lot of different wares there. There's an item sitting there. Now, I personally don't know, but you look at it, and it's just something you're like, wow. I can't believe they have that. I haven't seen one of these in years. It's a nostalgic item from when you were a kid, something you'd never thought you'd see here in the Shadelands. And you don't feel like necessarily like pulled towards it, but you do. And to an extent, you're like, this is awesome, You feel compelled to, look at it and pick it up, and it's just that really vivid memory of when you were a kid and say your dad brought it home from one of his adventures, and he handed it to you and said, hey, I got a bonus for my job, and they gave me a few choices, and I thought you would love this, and he handed it to you. So you're looking at that among this pile of just random stuff, and the man, kind of a balding, kind of heavy set fella, is looking at it and goes, yes, wonderful things. I take it you see something you like?
Yeah, it's this top with the swirly pattern on it. I haven't seen one of these since I was a child in Granloft.
Yes. Oddities of all kind find their way to my little cart here. People traveling through, I purchase here and there, and obviously I give everyone a fair shake. Honestly, you know what? Nostalgia's always been one of those things for me. Tell you what, it's on the house. Feel free. Go ahead and take it.
Wow. Thank you so
That's
much.
definitely cursed.
It looks just like the one that, my father brought home one day. He used the he's a chef. He was the village chef in Grenloft for a long time, and he brought it after some travelers came through. So thank you.
No problem. I just let everyone know, wonderful things. That's my price. Just advertise for me. That's it. Besides the top, I'm not gonna be able to make a lot of money off of that anyway. Plus, the likelihood of someone wanting a top. Ha!
Yeah, it's silly, right?
Oh
Thank
no,
you.
I'd quite like a top.
Well, thank you,
Ignore
thank
me,
you.
that was-
And he just starts pedaling his cart. He's like, "Wonderful things. Find something you may have lost, something you haven't seen, something new." And he just, carries on walking down the street.
I'm
Did
interested.
you all see this guy? Might have something you want.
I'm intrigued.
Okay.
I'm
Rosina,
intrigued as well.
did you pay for that?
He gave it to me free.
Oh dear.
Jazermo hands you like 5 gold pieces. Go and pay for this at least.
Why?
Go tip him. If you don't, you'll probably find yourself in a contract, or it's just the day's gonna end and it's gonna turn into an acorn or something. I mean, you just got dicked over by the Fae. Don't trust anyone
Don't be
giving anything.
silly. This looks just like the one I had when I was a kid. That's ridiculous.
Really? Show me it then.
And you haven't seen it since then?
No,
It looks just like it.
It looks very similar, but it's not the same thing. It's just a nostalgia bringer.
Hmm.
It's not your transformer. It's one like it.
Yes.
It's the same one series later.
I'll produce the top to show them.
It's a top. It appears to be a top.
Is it magic?
I don't know. Do you have detect magic?
No. I was
Not
asking her.
anymore.
I think I can detect magic. Actually, I have a...
But yeah, I'm gonna go chase down that guy, and I want to see what he's got.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
One gold is like a stick or something.
Okay. I mean, he hasn't gotten very far. He's just kind of walking. He's now literally just starting to pass you. So he was a little bit farther ahead, and then as you guys are talking, he starts kind of rolling just right by you, and you just turn around and he's there. And you see just a bunch of knickknacks. Just you see some clothing, some there's ninja stars for whatever reason. It's literally just a grab bag of completely random stuff. When you look, though, you see something that reminds you of the circus. It's a tent pole. Kind of reminds you of the tent that burnt down. During one of your many performances, and you think about it, you're
Really
like,
like
wow,
that
I haven't
tent.
seen that in forever. And it kind of grabs your attention, and then you see something over here. There's something else that's kind of familiar. And then you see, I don't know. There's a really innocuous pamphlet. You just see like a book of sorts just laying there, and it's just got the business guide to running a successful like show. Like it's like a business advice book, like for how to not set yourself on fire. It's like a dream guide for what you're looking for. You've been looking
I'm
for the
gonna-
thing to save your carnival.
Yeah. I will. I'd like to look through that actually. um.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd want that little book.
Okay. So I see you found something. Very. Please do tell me. There's
Yes.
obviously a
So-
story behind it.
Yeah. Sorry. I fell into a series of bad deals. That started because my circus is awful, and I'm just trying to find something to make it successful, and here this is.
Well,
I-
that's amazing. I mean, it is a really nice book, and I can't very well give it away for free. How about 10 silver?
Absolutely. That seems more than fair, and I will hand over it's a gold piece, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I was doing the conversion right in my head.
You know, some people have been known to prize silver more than gold. And if they set a price and you give them something different, you wind up with stupid fairy powers.
Yeah, all I have is gold though. Like, and he kind of just looks down at his pouch.
Oh, he looks at you, Inverse, and he goes,
A lot
Oh.
of it.
"Oh, I see. I see. You're one of the unfortunate ones. No, this is not the trickery of some chaos patron of anything. No, I'm just merely a humble cart pusher with things that people may want. Hence, wonderful things."
That was the second of the bad deals. Yeah, but no, absolutely. I only have gold though. Is
That's
that fine?
that's fine. No, that's absolutely. I don't know why I didn't just say one gold. And he just laughs and he just
Hey,
Ghibli.
he's right. Some people prefer the silver.
It's fine. I can if I
Right.
really needed silver, I can just go to the bank.
Oh my God, there's a bank. I'm going to need that. And I will hand him a gold piece.
Wait,
Thank you.
are you a bank addicted drug robber? Wait.
No, I just have a lot of gold, and I'd like to have it weigh a lot less.
You said that out loud in the middle of a crowd, didn't
I
you?
have to. I have to see. I have to see if someone heard that. So the fun thing for me is, as the DM, I get to roll dice, and none of you will know. And as some of you know, I've got these. Nope. No one seems to have noticed you talking about your massive wealth that you're carrying upon your person.
Am I close enough to have heard him?
Yeah.
Oh, I said that to the whole party.
Yeah,
I looked
that
at
wasn't
him
that
and
wasn't
I
a
shut
secret.
His mouth. I'm like, oh no, he's just a circus performer. He has no money. That must have been the last of his savings, right?
The cart pusher looks at you mildly confused, and does anybody else want to take a look at my wares, or
No.
very strange conversation?
They're strange people.
How much for the cart?
The cart?
Yes.
What the whole thing?
And he looks like he's doing math. He's like, 200 gold.
Done. I draw from my pouch 200 gold pieces.
You are now the proud owner of a cart of wonderful things.
Invar's, can you pull this for us? Me, us, all of us. You see Jalzeramo sort of like rub his hands together. This is
I feel like this is far more cursed than what any of you accused me of doing a moment ago.
But
I
there's
refuse to
nothing
be part
good
of
about this. There's nothing good. Is that a little stuffed animal snake?
I'm gonna go-
Yes,
so
I
you
had
see.
one of those when I was. There's nothing good about this card.
and suddenly
that little stuffed
Jalzeramo
snake has your eye.
Oh boy. For a moment, Jalzermo's eyes are glazed, and then all of a sudden it goes back to his original icon, and he just looks at you. Oh, did I just spend money again? Damn it.
I refuse to be an enabler, and I'm just gonna walk about 10 feet away and then just wait.
I'm gonna go to what was it? Bobble, the one with a bunch of bees. What was that one?
Bazobbles Bobbles. I think that's what I named it. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to stand next to the cart. I am not playing with a small stuffed animal snake.
That's fantastic. I am glad you have the most wonderful of things. All right. You walk into Bazoble's Bobbles, and you see a fine menagerie of just random items and trinkets. There's some spell components laying around. It looks like some arcane focuses. It's like a mishmash of just random stuff. I mean, so what are you looking for? The Bazoble, you assume, a halfling walks up and says, "Hi, welcome to my shop. How can I help you?
I'm just looking, but I have been in the market for just a nice mask. Um, I've had a few fancy parties at home, and wow, I just like to be all decked out. Do you have anything like that?
Masks? Are you looking for something with magic or not magic?
Hmm. Well, what magical ones do you have? I'm intrigued.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what any of them do, but I've had a guy look at them. There's this one over here. You look at it and it's a wooden mask. It's shaped in the likeness of a beast's visage. It's just I mean, I don't know. It just looks like a big wolf. But I mean, I don't. I'm, I just sell the stuff. I get stuff in from people that are drifting through. I just got a kaleidoscope the other day, if you'd believe it. So
Really?
I just got a random bunch of stuff. We got kaleidoscopes over here. We got I don't know what that is. It's a bouncy ball. I've never thrown it. I'm not stupid. I don't know if that one's magical. But the guy said it was.
Quite wise. So, mask in the shape of a wolf. I could do something with that. How much?
Mask of the Wolf, let's see. I know how much I paid for it. What do you say, 300 gold. And, a favor.
Well. A favor, eh? Well, suppose this is the city of deals, but I'm afraid I have a few, well, not debts, but I'm on a mission for someone right now, so can't afford the distraction, but I will keep you in mind.
Fair enough. Anybody else? You have any friends out there? Hey, come in and check out my shop.
I'll walk over and check out the shop.
Josama just points at the cart.
I see.
I look at him
I
and
see
then
you
I
bought
just
someone
mouth.
else's shop. You're not the normal guy.
I will join.
Okay. So yeah, you see just a menagerie of random items. Obviously, the aforementioned wolf mask, the random kaleidoscope, a bouncy ball, some random spell regents. There's some scrolls laying in the back. Just a mishmash. Like it looks like it's in a complete disarray. Like the only person that probably knows where anything is in fact Bezope.
So the Dollar General of the magic world.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think Jill Zermo got the better cart.
Mhm.
So, interest you in anything? You want a kaleidoscope? You want a bouncy ball that does maybe something? That guy wants
Sure.
the mask, maybe.
I'll take a bouncy ball.
Okay. Because I don't know how safe it is, I'm gonna take off some of the price for the hazard pay. So no favor for this one, but 30 gold.
Okay.
Hands you this mystical bouncy ball. It's got swirling colors in it. It doesn't move or anything. It resembles a bouncy ball.
I'm gonna shake it, squeeze a little bit.
It's it has a tiny bit of give,
bit of
but
give.
not much.
I'm
Much
going to
chaos
resist
can you
the
cause with
urge.
that?
I'm going to resist the urge to throw it at the wall right now.
Please don't throw that in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
I don't think my other friend should come in. As you see, he's already bought a shop.
You sure?
Seems to have a
He
bit of
seems
an
like
in-
he might be in the market. Hey, you small fry. You want a kaleidoscope? You want? Oh, I already got rid of the bouncy ball. You want a mask?
I don't even know what that is.
What? The mask or the kaleidoscope?
Mask, yes. Kaleido, what? No.
Oh, now this one, You come here. I'll let you in on a little secret. I know what this one does.
Fine. Jazermo
I'm-
walks over.
I'm going to go back to the cart so nobody steals it.
Fair enough.
I thought
fair enough.
Invoice was watching.
I'm gonna keep watching in case
While you're
anyone
walking
walks
in, Grim Eyes, as you're walking out, you see some people approaching, and there's just they're like looking at it, like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen one of these in forever. Hey, how much
Watch
for
my
it,
cart."
Mister?"
I don't know. It's not mine. He just went. One moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna start moving the cart closer to the other shop.
Okay.
Kobold, Kobold, you have customers.
I'll help move the cart.
Yes, I specifically left Invars to move the cart. And if people are buying, tell them whatever they have on them or 20 gold pieces.
I walk over to supervise.
So the price is whatever they have on them or 20 gold pieces.
Use your own discretion if it's not viable for equivalent to 20 gold pieces. If not, what is this collider thingy?
Oh, the kaleidoscope. I was told by the man who sold it to me that it can reveal what you want or need to see. It doesn't
I don't
work
like this
all the
kind of
time.
hootenanny. No, thank you. And Josemo walks away.
Fair enough. She sets it back up on the top shelf.
That wolf mask looks pretty cool.
Oh, are you interested in the wolf mask?
Maybe. Does it do anything?
Well, that's what I'm not sure of. I know it's magical, but the person who sold it to me was very sketchy on the details. Not like that's the object I'm not giving away. That thing's cursed, and also I don't want to give it away. Unless you are rude. Are you rude?
Am I rude?
You don't seem it. All right, you don't get that. Okay. This mask, I assume it has something to do with wolves? I don't know. I can tell it's magical. I've studied it. I assume it has something to do with wolves or animals or something. I don't know. Obviously, you'll be in competition with your friend over there, because they might or might not want it.
Don't think they're buying anything.
Okay. Well,
I call back to Rosina. Split the cost and we share the item.
How do we share a mask?
Good point.
Take turns?
Just wear it on and off.
All right. How much do you want for it?
well, since you're going to be splitting it, I gave them the deal. 300 gold in the favor. Now, if you both want to share that favor and only one of you has to fulfill it, that's fine.
Favors. What kind of favor are we talking?
Oh, if I need some help with something, maybe acquiring an item. I have to send out scouts every now and then. That's generally what I cash my favors in for. But you never know. Maybe I'll get kidnapped and I'll call in that.
Well, I work with the Brutes Guild, so,
Ah,
All right. I'll do it.
Okay. I will, if you want to look it up, I'll send it later. It's called the Mask of the Beast that you have acquired. Once you've had time to actually sit down and look at it or identify it somehow, I'll give you the stats on it. It does not require attunement, so yay for you. So I will, actually, I'm going to go ahead and make a note of that right now, because otherwise I will forget, because that's who I am. Oh, good. Maybe
Bill,
not.
are we splitting this?
So
we
it would
cut
be
it in half,
150 apiece.
That was what I was 150. So I have a few cousins. They might be in the city. I can see if I can take it to them and get it identified for sure. or I have some skill with magical items, so I'll make sure that it isn't cursed or anything like that. And then you can use it if you find it. If you find it useful, you can keep it for a while. I just need it for special occasions.
Costume parties.
Yeah, I'm a bit flamboyant sometimes.
I see. That sounds like a good deal to me.
All right. Fantastic. Anybody else interested in anything I have? I've got some scrolls of what is that? Water tanking? I don't know what that means. I don't even think that's an actual scroll. Somebody ripped me off.
I'll buy it anyway.
Welcome to the
That's
city.
You 1 copper.
All right.
You have a bunk scroll of water tanking.
Maybe it summons one of those little the things that a person sits in. And you throw a ball at a target and dunks it in the water.
Amazing.
Sounds like an
Tank,
idea
that's
for
what
your
I'm thinking
circus.
of.
Oh, the dunk tank. Yeah.
Maybe it summons a dunk tank.
I'm the ball.
Oh,
And you have
never know.
the ball to throw at it, right? The bouncy ball.
Exactly.
Maybe if you get a scroll of water tanking and a scroll of upper decking, then they put together will do something. I don't know.
I think we should probably start heading on.
Yeah, so what's the plan now that we have a cart with us?
Well, partly I have a spending problem, and also partly, now that I think about it, we could use this. By the way, DM, how many things are in this cart?
Oh, it's a whole bunch. Like there's at
Whole
least
bunch?
200 or 300 random items in there. It's like a wheelbarrow on wheels. And then it's just got
Perfect.
like this little like sign at the top that just says "Wantful Things." It's just hastily scrawled across.
Well, Invars, could you take that sign down? We'll just have a cart full of random things.
Oh,
Yes.
the people that had the that wanted that item, they had a silver. That was
We'll
all they
take
had.
it.
But they really wanted
I,
it.
I take the sign off.
Yeah.
I try to.
It comes off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another
You could
person,
use
another
this-
couple people walk up. Hey, can are you selling? Because
We're currently closed. Goodbye.
okay. Well, if you
Hey,
my apologies for my colleague. We need to start heading home for the night, otherwise.
yeah,
Things
we
happen.
are seriously distractible, like very distractible. Like we
Yeah.
need to move on. As
Have a
I'm
good
like in the
day.
carts with
Yeah.
all these random
Yeah.
trinkets.
Let's use
We will
this
buy all
cart
the
as our
carts.
cover.
the
Um,
halfling in the tent's just like playing with the kaleidoscope. It's all gray. Oh, that's where it is.
Not doing it. Nope. Look in your way.
On second thought, let's not go there. It's a silly place.
Yeah.
Very silly.
Okay.
Let's
So
move on
you
before we get
continue
enough.
on your way. Rosanna, you don't see any of your coworkers on the bridge. They seem to be either off for the night or just not harassing anybody. You pass more shops, just random knickknacks. It's getting kind of late, but there's still business to be had. So you'll pass a bunch more shops. Obviously, you are a shop now. It's just closed.
Jazermo is literally telling people, I'm sorry, we're closed. We'll be open tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you as you're walking, you get people walking up to you, just saying, "Hey, is that for sale? That's awesome. I haven't
No.
seen that in years."
No.
Damn it.
Oh.
Okay, this was a bad idea.
Uh,
Too hot.
all right. They
Question.
look at you and they're like, "Sorry," and all right, have a good day.
Good job, Invars. Good job.
I have a question. So, Gelzermo, are you like a small kobold? Like, is this a big cart? Like,
I'm
are you
like
struggling
a-
with it?
I'm like, oh no, Invars is pulling it for
I'm
me.
helping. I'm helping.
Yes, Invars,
Okay.
the big one, one of the big ones. Everyone's bigger than me. I'm assuming. No, wait, Grim
Saying I'm
Eyes is the
fat?
same
Yeah,
size
come
as
on,
me.
same size as you.
You're in the
Alright,
cart
we
with
got
me.
it.
Yeah.
So you are now
yeah.
Just big
after God knows how long of being sidetracked and being stopped by so many people. being like,
Probably an
"Hey, can
hour.
is that for sale or whatever?" You eventually you're coming up to the end of the bridge, and at the end of the bridge you see a retinue of three of the cursed guard. Rosina, you recognize them as being the king's personal mercenary force. They are the guards of Cathrock. So you would probably be the one most likely to know any sort of situational awareness of them. Icarus, you have a vague understanding of how the city's split in two, and the Legion of the Dead. I think that's what they are. I don't remember off the top of my head. The Legion are the ones that are the protectors of yonder and the area on that side, and then the accursed guards are obviously the ones that protect the Cathrock side of the city. So you're going across the bridge. They're starting to come into sight. So now, how do you plan to get by them?
Hmm.
I pointed myself in the cart.
And DM, I think you were looking for Legion of the Fallen.
Yes, Legion of the Fallen. Thank you. Thank you for actually reading that far into it.
So I have papers, right, that let me go through to the city.
Yes, so you were handed a scroll. You actually do have papers, so you can get through. Now, you do know that since they probably do not have papers, because they're not citizens of Yonkoth, that you'll probably have to explain why they're with you. You do obviously have the scroll that you were informed is in fact blank, but it does have the king's seal on it. So it's up to you how you want to play this.
And the thing I gave her as payment as well.
Yes, a moonrod.
And I'm just a street vendor.
Yes,
Yes, and I'm the proprietor.
I'm the advertiser. I'm the pretty
I'm
face
just
of
here
the
for the
company.
ride.
Yes,
He's
you
on
are.
a flare.
We could forge a letter saying that the curse, it's the king, right?
Yes,
The king
Dorian, the accursed
Dorian.
king.
that we're scouting for a carnival or bringing in merchants or something like that.
So, if you're planning on doing that on the scroll, it is sealed. It's a wax seal. So in order to do that,
Yeah.
you would have to crack that seal open.
Okay.
Perhaps we should simply say that no one is allowed to open this but someone more important than they are.
Oh, good idea. Yes. Yes.
Simple kicking it up the ladder technique. I approve. And then, of course, well,
Sorry to intervene, but I do have a spell that allows me to. Well, no, actually, let's go with that plan. Let's not break the seal. We should keep the
All
seal.
I can do is talk to animals and see things. You have spells.
I
I actually do. Not as much as I used to. But no,
Yes,
let's go with
and-
that plan. That plan sounds way better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you approach the three guards. One of them's just leaning back, looking bored, like. So it's everyone make a perception check for me.
I'm also going to start juggling my knives again.
perception 15.
15.
11.
23.
19.
Hey, me and Grim Eyes, let's go.
That's a
You
That's
are
a
all very
persuasion.
perceptive folks. Okay. So as you're walking up,
Sorry.
you hear the accursed guard, the one that's kind of leaning against the fence, just joking like, "Why do clerics? Why are they even here? It's not like they can bring anyone back from the dead. It just doesn't work." And the other one's like, "Shut up! Just get back on duty. Stand. There's people coming. Stand up. Riley, get your ass in gear." The guy stands up. Yes, sir. And they're just looking at you all as you're approaching. And one
Do we
guard steps
do we
forward.
see all that as we make our way towards them?
Yeah. He didn't make it hidden that he just told Riley to get his ass in gear. So he stood up, and now they're all looking at you. One walks slightly forward, the one in the middle. How can I help you, folks?
we are just simple shopkeepers and some errand runners looking to enter the city, my good sir.
You got your papers?
Yeah. Nods my head towards Rosina.
I pull out the sealed envelope and wave it. Just passing through. You know how it is.
Making intelligence checks for this idiot. Fuck. Well, I'm not. Nope. No. Move out of the way, folks. I'm not. We are not dicking with this. The other one's like, but Sarge, shut up, Riley. You're already in deep shit. All right. No problem, sir. And he kind of slumps back over and just walks over and to the thing to get out of your way. Carry on, folks. And the one in the middle just goes, just let you know who I didn't give you any trouble.
You got it. Have a good night.
I pass by Riley. He's looking really, really down.
Yeah.
And I hand him one of the. I can't decide if I should give him a gold piece or hand him one of the stuffed animals.
I mean, whatever you want to do. Not that one though.
I'm gonna hand. I was about to say I'm gonna hand him the bouncing ball, but no, I actually kind of want to keep that.
I hand him a stuffed animal of a porcupine. No real reason, just a small little porcupine.
Yes, what are you doing?
He looks at you, and then the captain looks at him and goes, "Damn it, Riley! What did I tell you about your damn collection? Sorry, sir. They just handed it to me. I don't know. I'll put it away." Just throws it in his bag. I'm getting you reassigned to toilet duty. Please don't, sir. And you're continuing walking by, and it's just like this captain berating the shit out of poor Riley, who you now know has an animal collection, a stuffed animal collection, and he's pretty bummed.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That will come in
I love the
handy in
smell
the
of
future.
Chaos in the air.
All right. So, Rosina, you are aware of where the Little Helper is. It is about 3 blocks. It's now the one thing you will all notice is yonder was still, it was a very kind of like dark place. The stone and building work is all black stone with little bits of regular stone here and there. It wasn't bright and vibrant, but when you cross the bridge, there is a noticeable difference. The spires are higher. Everything seems darker. It's just this place is unnatural. Like this part of the city, you feel maybe not like a magical sense, but very much like this place is a place of power. Something behind every door just speaks that there's secrets being whispered. If you listen closely, you don't know if you can make out things, but you hear something nagging in the back of your head, just saying, just like bits and fragments of people talking and just like, let's make a deal. And just, it's unnerving, especially since outside of Rosina, none of you have been on this side of the city or even in this city. So while you were moderately comfortable over there, this side makes you feel, this side kind of makes you feel a little unnerved. Not to the point where you're worried about it, but it's noticeable. So any discomfort you had about being in a new place is just amped up slightly. So there's your setting. Carry on. You've got about 2 blocks to go.
Friends, I would advise being careful with your words around here. There's a lot of deals being made behind closed doors. If you keep an ear out, you can learn something.
Yozawa nods his head.
I
You
will be most careful.
As you're walking towards the bar, you see a group of hooded figures. It looks like they're carrying someone between them. Not conscious. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Everybody make a perception.
Yep.
Yozama with a 17.
Or
16.
Okay. So,
21.
Alias, Inverse, you notice that creature being carried between them is dead. Not alive. There's no hint of life left in that body. Who got the 4? Everything's fine.
That was
They're just carrying
me.
home a drunk
I
friend.
was. I've been fixated on this cart that we're hauling around.
Yes. The other 2, oh, never mind. Grim Eyes, you also believe that they're carrying home a drunk friend. Gelzermo, it seems odd, but I mean, no odder than the way that you're feeling. I mean, they may be carrying home a drunk friend. It may be maybe something darker, but I mean, what do you expect? It's kind of in a city of warlocks.
Yozerma sort of pops up from the whole bundle of trinkets with a bunch of trinkets in his hands. He just looks up, looks at Rosina. Should we be suspicious of drunkards? Be
Aw,
wary of them?
drunkards? No.
What it
that's
looks
fine.
like from here. Oh, very well. We shall carry on.
And DM, is there anything remarkable about said dead body that is not a dead body?
You
to others?
notice that there's, it's not much. Like, I mean, obviously this isn't where it happened or anywhere close, but you see little droplets. You see that there's it's a red cloak that it's wearing, but it is stained slightly darker in certain areas.
It's got red on it.
Yes, he's got red on red. Bad dye job.
I feel a little uneasy in this city, so yes, this is one of my weapons. I take out my scythe and I start using it as a walking stick, just in case.
Okay.
Oh, that's grim.
You use it as a walking stick?
Eh, I've got a little bit of arthritis. Besides, a scythe is always good for reaping what you sow.
As you're walking, they one of them kind of glances at you all and pays you no mind, and they just keep walking.
Let's hurry to this bar.
Okay.
It's not our business.
Yeah, he's
Move along. Move along.
Grim Eyes is gonna stop juggling the knives. I've just been doing that this whole time.
Yep. I have kept note of it. All right. You continue on
so-
your way. Oh no, go ahead. I'll let you.
So he said this was an imp, right? Do imps typically speak infernal, right? Or is that abyssal?
I mean,
I have no clue.
it's a city of
And
warlocks. They could speak anything.
We'll find out when we get there, I guess.
Well, I know a number of languages, so
Out
just
of-
keep that in mind.
Idle curiosity, have I heard any Nomish?
No, you've not heard any Nomish.
All right, cool.
Have we heard any nom nomish?
There was one, but you passed that bridge a long time ago. Smart ass. Yes, you make your way to the door. To the front, you do see that it is not really hidden away. The building is easily noticeable with the name displayed in red glowing letters above the door that sets slightly back into the building a few feet. Standing at the door, you see 2 Calden kind, both looking imposing and mildly bored, flanking either side of the door. And they both look at your party, and one of them goes, "Little brother, what brings you to city?"
Oh no. Oh no, I have to come up with a brother name. Dang it.
No, that's just what they're calling you. They're just referring to you as one of their own.
Right, like it's like cousin. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Ah, Kindred. So nice to see you. I did not know you were in this city. What clan are you from?
Oh, well, we've left clan behind. We came to make deals and make favor coins. Don't look at me. I didn't do anything. You're the one that speaks fluent to everyone. I'm just the guy here to help. No, you are. Anyway, no, we are here to do job. We are here for job. What do you need here? This not place for big folk. This place for
yes.
little folk. Friends of, not you little folk. Don't get any ideas. Weird guy in basket.
Why did they Russian? Never mind.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes. I know it's a terrible inconvenience, but you said deals, and well, we got stuck with the wrong end of the stick here. We're here to talk with a little imp. Just lost his partner. Have you seen one of those? There might be a little bit in it for you.
Well, yes, we've seen imps come in and out all day. I don't. What in it for us? I mean, honestly, we can't just let you in. You're not little folks, except for you two. Not for you, different little folks, friends of friends. What do you
Well,
offer? We let you in.
Well,
I've
it
got a
just
whole
so
cart full of
hap-
stuff.
Oh,
I have
You
a
have-
whole
We
cart
just
full of
so
stuff,
happen to have a cart full of
I'm pushing it.
wonderful items.
and I thank you, Invar.
ah, yes. Go look at the cart, see if anything we like. So the one guard that's talking to you kind of moves directly in front of the door while the other one walks over to the cart. Hey, Amish, there is what do you call racket ball court device. You swing, hit ball against wall.
A racket.
Yeah, a racket. You guys causing racket with your being here. Anyway,
That's what
I like it.
We are very
I'm willing to
sorry.
let them go, but I don't see anything here you would like. I like this. I will be, but you have to convince him. He not easy to convince. I am. You have
Hunting
one vote.
trap.
I will take. He walks back to the door.
Grim Eyes is gonna dig in his bag and he's gonna pull out a bear trap. No, that's not what I'm looking for, and he shoves that back in.
What do you imply, little? Oh, I crush you like baby man.
There are really, really big, weird bird bear things in the woods that I don't like them. They scare me.
I scare you.
Yes, you do. I apologize.
Yes. What do you have for me? You give him racket. He like racket. I have nothing. How about you give me favor?
I pull out the bouncy ball. I have racket ball.
I do not care for little ball.
All right, fair enough.
I have a pen. I have an apple.
No. For a man of your
Is that how you say apple pin?
Yes.
I don't care for those either. I am much more smarter than him. I'm not to be fooled by little things. I require either large quantities of gold or simple favor.
How much gold?
How about half of all you are carrying? All of you.
well, could you
Are you
at
sure you don't want to
least-
take a look at the cards?
I don't give a damn about your cart.
Okay.
I'll do you
Sure.
a favor, then.
You do me favor.
Yes.
All right. But
I'll
also,
be his
because you are
warranty.
insulting, you owe me 2 favor.
Okay.
You owe me 2 favor. You mark it down, Nikolai. What? Stop playing with the racket, we're on duty. Oh, sorry. All right. Don't cause any trouble. We let you through, look bad on us. You cause trouble in there, you die. You'll not make it out. And that's before you get to us. Go in,
Righty.
behave. And they step out of the way and one of them opens the door. Have a good time.
Joe Zermo, should I park this
And-
here?
Yeah, is there a place I can park my car? Valet service for
There's a-
my cart.
There's alley on the corner. Leave it there.
Alley,
No, but I
gotcha.
don't care. Not your
I will
damn
give you
cart
10
guard.
I'll give you one of you 10 gold to watch over my cart, but not take anything.
Nikolai, you do. Okay. I'll take care. I will do.
Very good. I give him 10 gold.
Upon entering, as you walk in, each one of you, walk in. All the noise stops. You heard chattering and all this crazy banter back and forth in various languages, but everything stops as every familiar in the place drops what they're doing and stares directly at you.
What would familiars want in exchange for information? Can't do favors. We've traded too many of those already. Do we remember the name of the imp that we're looking for, or did we just know it's a
Wretch.
name?
I believe the name was Wretch.
Wretch. Oh no.
So as you're sitting there talking amongst yourselves and not causing a fuss, everything kind of goes back to normal. There is as you look around, you'll see a various cacophony of random familiars. You see pseudo dragons, pardon me, sleeping in the top in the rafters. There's a couple imps here and there. There's a bunch of fairies. All manners, badgers, whatever you could think could be a familiar is sitting around doing something, having polite conversation. Everyone make a perception check for me.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Natural 20 plus 1, 21.
17.
10.
All right. Rosina and Gelzermo, you both notice that there is a cantankerous, if not completely passed out imp at the bar. Just passed out drunk. The bartender's just cleaning up around it, taking the flask away. Jesus, Wretch. You hear the name Wretch as they're cleaning around. And there you go. Everyone else, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a very strange sight for everybody but Rosina, honestly, to see familiars hanging out in a bar. Quite honestly, this is kind of a shock. Now you know what familiars do on their downtime, I guess.
Gerzamo sort of just nudges Rosina in the knee, because I'm roughly that high. How tall are you, Rosina?
5'4".
5'4". Yeah, you're still way taller than me. I nudge you and I sort of gesture towards the imp that's been acknowledged as Wretch.
I'll grab Gelzermo and kind of
Ooh.
walk over.
Okay.
Put one hand on the imp's shoulder and try to like shake him a little.
Ah! What do you want? I'm drowning my sorrows.
We want to talk to you.
About
Good evening,
what?
Scott. Yes. Talk.
They killed my master. Slams his thing.
Oh.
Slams his thing on his hand on the counter. The bartender's knock it off, Wretch, or I'm kicking you out. Sorry. I know that's why you're still in here. We get it. It happens.
Rosina, I'll leave this to you. You're doing a fantastic job.
What?
Killed your master?
Yeah. Dirty scoundrels. They killed him. I'll buy me a drink and I'll tell you more. You can see he's wobbly, like barely there. He's just super drunk, like beyond wasted.
I don't think you need any more drinks.
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a nat 1 for a total of 5.
I'll tell you when I'm done drinking.
Fine. Bartender, another one for this fellow.
It'll be a copper.
And one for me too. Oh, copper.
Two copper.
Rosina will plunk down a gold.
Here you
I
are.
didn't want to ask.
Keep the change.
Okay. Thank you. Wretch, much obliged. No, the filthy warlocks killed my master. And I gotta stop them. They're everywhere. And nowhere.
This is a city of warlocks.
No,
Of
not
course they're everywhere.
not warlocks. Them. The Bluecoats. They killed my master. What are we talking? What are we talking about?
DM, do I know anything about bluecoats?
Roll an intelligence check. You know a lot. There's a lot of different warlocks, but you may not recognize this reference.
That's another nat one.
Lots of warlocks wear blue coats. You guess.
Blue coats, red coats. Yeah, they're everywhere.
No! They're at the tower. They're at the tower. The perch.
Well, look, it doesn't even matter. We're all stuck in these crappy pacts. We can't even help you if we tried.
Like, you could help me. Get rid of them. I could take you to where they are.
And in return,
You kill them. You kill them and we're square.
Rosina will turn back to her companions. Does this make any sense to any of you?
We need his help to find what we're looking for. He wants our help killing them.
Nasty people.
Do you remember anything about this one most responsible for killing your master? Anything, eye color, anything we can?
Yeah. He was wearing a blue coat, and he had a watch. It's blue.
Oh, what?
He had a blue watch, like one of these. And he holds up a timepiece. It's got a blue glowing face on it, clock face. There was a old one of these.
Grim Eyes leans forward. I think he means the Evermores. Possibly.
Yeah. He's killed by his own people. And all he was doing was trying out new things. And they didn't like it, so they killed him. Anyway, we have a deal. I'll take you there. For another drink.
Can we get one more for the road for this one?
Ah! There we go.
Roadie, Sody.
Yeah, the other one's just like the bartender just walks up. Yeah, just get him out of here. You're covered. It's
All
fine.
right, get some road beer here.
Yes,
Hey,
let's go. And
I
as you
try
walk
to-
out the front, he goes, "Everybody, hold hands. I got this."
Wait, my cart.
Too late. And he just like
Damn it.
if as you're being like very awkward, like I want to get my cart. He grabs your hand, and then everybody else's. Everyone joins hands, and poof.
Nicola, I'll be back.
You pop up. You appear in front of a large tower, a very large clock tower. The faces of the clock are all lit up in this very semi-dull but kind of bright-hued, like a very light-hued blue faces of this clock. And you just poof, there you are. As you look at the as you look towards the tower, you see that there's only really one door that you can see from where you are. But sitting in front of it is on the steps. There seems to be a blue tiefling. Everybody make a perception check.
Give me something.
At 20.
Okay.
7.
All right.
9.
So,
Yeah, no.
11.
in bars, Rosina and Gilzermo, you notice that Wretch, despite being completely drunk, freezes. And he just looks really uncomfortable, and he's staring right at this blue tiefling. And as he's staring and you look back, the tiefling stands up, picks up a gold mask that's laying next to it, takes the pipe it's smoking out of its mouth, and taps it on the ground, stands up, and says, "Don't fret, my little imp friend. I'm not here to interfere. I just wanted a quick look at the city's new blood." He stares at all of you, giving you an appraising gaze. looks back at the tower. Good luck in there. And he walks past you. And if anybody watches, he just disappears. And that is where we'll end for today.
My cards.
So good.
We'll get it back for a bounty of like 500 gold. It's fine.
You hired someone to watch it.
I don't
True.
care. I've
Nikolai
got my
better
stuffed
be
animal
there.
snake.
See you later,
find
everybody.